What if I told you your cat's face is covered in tiny, silent antennas that are constantly broadcasting exactly how they feel, and you've probably been missing the signals your entire life? Think about the last time you saw your cat. You probably noticed their eyes, their ears, maybe the flick of their tail. But did you pay attention to their whiskers? Most of us see them as just cute facial hair, a decorative feature. But in reality, a cat's whiskers are one of the most sophisticated communication and navigation systems in the animal kingdom. They're not just hairs, they're deeply rooted, ultra-sensitive organs connected directly to your cat's brain. And their position at any given moment can tell you everything from whether your cat is curious, scared, relaxed, or ready to hunt. So let's lean in and learn to listen, not with our ears, but with our eyes, to what those whiskers are really saying. To understand why whisker position matters so much, you first need to appreciate just how incredible these little sensors really are. Whiskers, or vibrissae, are nothing like the hair on our heads. Each one is embedded in a follicle packed with nerve endings, so sensitive they can detect the slightest change in air currents. That means your cat can feel objects without even touching them. They can judge if they can fit through a narrow space, sense movement in complete darkness, and even gauge distance and texture with astonishing precision. But beyond being a built-in measuring tape and radar system, whiskers are also a direct line to your cat's emotional state. Because unlike a tail or ear, which cats can control with some conscious effort, whiskers often move involuntarily, reacting in real time to what's happening inside their minds. So let's break down the most common whisker positions and what they truly mean. When your cat's whiskers are relaxed and sitting slightly to the side of their face, not pushed forward, not pinned back, that's the sign of a content, calm cat. This is their neutral state. You'll often see this when they're lounging in a sunbeam, slowly blinking at you, or just observing their kingdom from a comfortable perch. Their body is loose, their breathing is even, and their whiskers are just chilling. It's the feline equivalent of a relaxed smile. No tension, no urgency. Everything is right in their world. But what happens when something catches their interest? The moment your cat hears a curious sound, spots a bird outside the window, or becomes intrigued by a new toy, their whiskers instantly pivot forward, fanning out around their mouth like a forward-facing radar dish. This is the position of high engagement, of curiosity and focus. Every whisker is now tuned to gather as much information as possible. They're measuring distance, sensing vibrations, and mapping the environment in extreme detail. You might also notice their body go still, their eyes lock on, and their ears swivel toward the target. This is your cat in detective mode, fully alert and processing data through those incredible facial antennas. Then there's the opposite. When the whiskers pull back tightly against the cheeks, almost flattening to the face. This is a clear sign of fear, stress, or anxiety. When a cat feels threatened, maybe by a loud noise, an unfamiliar person, or an aggressive animal, their first instinct is to make themselves smaller and protect those delicate whiskers. By pinning them back, they're reducing their profile and shielding their sensors from potential harm. You'll often see this paired with flattened ears, wide eyes, and a crouched posture. It's a defensive position, and it's one you should never ignore. If you see this, it's a signal to check what's upsetting your cat and help them feel safe again. There's also a more aggressive version of this, when the whiskers are pulled back but also flare outward slightly, creating a tense, bristling frame around the mouth. This often happens during a standoff or when a cat is feeling defensive and ready to fight. It's a warning sign, like a visual alarm saying, "Back off." Combined with a hiss, arched back, or puffed up tail, This whisker position means your cat is feeling seriously threatened and may lash out if pushed. But whiskers aren't just about emotions, they're also essential tools during hunting and play. When a cat is in predator mode, their whiskers thrust forward into a wide basket shape, curving around the imaginary space where their prey is located. This helps them precisely track the movements of what they're stalking, even if they can't see it clearly. It's like having a 3D sensory net around their mouth. This is why you'll see this whisker position during play with a wand, toy, or laser pointer. Your cat's inner hunter is activated, and their whiskers are helping them feel the path to pounce, and it doesn't stop there. Whiskers on other parts of the body, like above the eyes, on the chin, and even on the back of the front legs, serve specialized roles too. The eyebrow whiskers protect the eyes from debris, the chin whiskers help with close-up navigation, and the carpal whiskers on the legs help a cat assess the grip and position of prey they've caught. It's a full-body sensory network, all working together to help your cat move through the world with grace and confidence. But here's something many cat owners don't realize: whisker fatigue is a real thing. Because whiskers are so sensitive, constant stimulation can be overwhelming. If your cat's whiskers are repeatedly brushing against the sides of a narrow food or water bowl, it can cause stress and even make them reluctant to eat. That's why vets often recommend wide, shallow dishes for cats, to give those precious whiskers room to breathe. Paying attention to this small detail can make a big difference in your cat's daily comfort. So the next time you watch your cat, take a moment to observe their whiskers. Notice how they shift and respond to the environment. A cat walking into a new room will often sweep their whiskers forward to map the space. A cat being petted by someone they trust might let their whiskers relax and drift outward. A cat startled by a vacuum cleaner will instantly pin them back. It's a silent, fluid language happening right in front of us, and once you learn to read it, you'll understand your cat on a deeper level than ever before. What's the most surprising thing your cat's whiskers have told you? Share your story in the comments. And if you want to keep decoding the secret language of pets, make sure to subscribe to Pet Mind Reader.